Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Kristen and this is Growing Zone 9B. As you guys always know, I am just now getting off of work, and so I wanted to shoot a quick video for you guys. I was in the house and I saw that our bucket, as I whack it on the camera, looks a little nasty because we've had this in our sink honestly for about maybe a week. And it's been full of this compost back here. So basically what our compost consists of is we have some bananas, some eggshells, some lettuce. I even have some shrimp tails. Gross. Wash your hands after doing this. Some shrimp tails in there. And I like to compost. I think compost is really important. Oh, y'all, look who came to say hello. My little girl. Little Betty came. Little sweet angel. I love her. It's always good to see Betty in the videos. She's my baby girl. Yeah. Came to say hello to everybody? Yeah, she's my baby. She didn't get to spend a lot of time with me today because I was at work. So that's always terrible. I hate it on days that I don't get to spend time with my little one here. All right, so let's get back to talking about composting. All right, so I basically compost anything that I know will break down like the organics of material. Like I definitely don't compost like meats, because I think meats carry like E. coli and bacteria, maybe, who knows. It's just not something that I'm gonna do here. Plus it attracts animals like rats and raccoons. Now oddly, I don't really get animals attracted to this stuff. I think probably because I turn it over quite often. I'll dump stuff out here. Now this is a bed that I'm not utilizing right now, and that's why I'm using it for the compost bed. I kind of rotate these smaller squared boxes for that. I just will flip this here probably this afternoon. I'll just get a shovel and just flip it over, and then what's underneath it is already composted material that I've been adding to this bed for probably the last 3 to 5 months. So it's not a difficult thing to do. It's just you have to be able to do it in the community that you're in. So where I'm at, I don't really have to worry about people saying anything about the compost. Now, if I were in maybe like an apartment or a different type of subdivision, I could definitely see where someone might say something to me, and it probably would be kind of stinky and weird. So while there are some flies around me, this is a pretty clean compost. I have heard of people utilizing their compost or doing their compost in water barrels and then breaking it down that way. They'll just kind of scoop it up with other buckets and then use that as fertilizer for their plants. Now, I don't do that. When I clear out a bed, I will add this broken down compost to it once it's been in here for about a year. I definitely let it settle for quite some time. I don't want to use something right away for sure. And y'all know I'm always drinking my tea. Today, I think this one is Stomach Ease. I just really like the flavor of it, not that I necessarily have anything going on, and of course it's yogi. Delicious flavor. That has nothing to do with composting, but we always have to have our tea in the video. Yeah, that's delicious. I love to come home from work, hook up a tea. I always take a tea to work, maybe have 2 teas at work, and then come home and have another tea, as you guys know. So let's get back to composting here. All right, now what I also find in these bins is that the worms love it. So literally you guys can just go to Walmart or any type of store that has worms. Maybe I've seen them, I used to see them around at convenience stores. Sometimes they used to keep little worms, especially if you're in a large fishing area or somewhere that carries real like wiggler worms, and I just add them into the compost bed. They help to break down this material, and I think that that is super beneficial because you want to have those wigglers in the compost helping break that down even more quickly than our heat. So like today, as you can see, it's a little breezy out here, and the temperature was definitely like the high today was like maybe 61, and I think the low was around 41. So it's not typical for this time of year to be this cool. Now we do get some cool weather, and we are grateful for it because it feels like the air conditioning is running out here, and I love it. But on average, I would say that our season, like in the summer, we're normally looking at feel like temperatures easily in the 100s. So it's rare that we actually get these moments to enjoy such a cool breeze. I would say if you're up north, composting is definitely going to be more difficult for you. Like I said, if it's snowing or you know you're somewhere where it's really cool, that heat's not going to be there to break this material down. So you're going to have to find an alternative way, or you're going to have to wait much longer to probably compost, because composting really enjoys the heat. It just helps it break down much more quickly. So that's why here in zone 9B, I don't really have to worry about, I guess, rodents or weird things getting into my compost as much where I'm at, because this stuff's breaking down so quickly that it's just not an issue for us. So if you're in an apartment, you might want to consider maybe, you know, not composting the same way that I do, because your neighbors might not like that. It's probably kind of stinky. I'm sure you can do it, but do you want to do it? I don't know. I think, and I could be mistaken, I think there's a product out there, and I want to say it's like Lomi or something like that. It's like Lomi. I remember a while back I had looked at their products, and I want to say, you guys do your own research, I want to say maybe they're in between like $350 and $500 range. They sit on your kitchen countertop, I remember that, and I'm pretty sure that it's just broken down through like a heat type system, and I'm pretty sure that it requires electricity. So if you're trying to do the off-grid thing, that's probably not going to work for you unless you're running off of some type of solar power. To me, that soil, dirt, it's all the same to me. I know people are really picky about that, like, no, dirt is this and soil's, and yeah, to me it's all one. Like, I'm not distinct in that regard. Like, it's something that I'm going to put my plants in. It's all dirt, basically. If it's truly compost, I'm more likely going to tell you guys that it is compost, because we've already bought that broken down material, or we're creating that material. Now, obviously, as you guys know, I'm growing in those Vigo beds, and I have a jumbo bed, and that jumbo bed, absolutely, there's no way this little bucket is going to hold that out. So I do have to go and buy the compost. We buy it locally. And you know, that reminds me, I want to tell you guys, we bought that last set of compost, and I'm a little concerned about what's happening to my vegetables. At first I thought I was overwatering some of my vegetables, and then I was like, no, I don't think that's what's happening. I think that this might have some grazon in it, and if it does, we are in serious trouble. I know that's my video's kind of going in a different direction, but it reminded me that this is important to do, because you want to do it as much as possible. Take those brown materials, so that way you could avoid hopefully buying something that may not be what you were told that it was. I'm gonna take you guys over there real quick and show you a quick peek. It should probably be another video, but let's go over there and look. I'm gonna mess the camera up here and flip it for you guys. Yeah, a little disconcerting at this point, but and it could be, I will give you guys this, it could be that it's high nitrogen, but I don't think so. Look what's happening here. Like, tilt it down. Look at that, y'all. Like, crispy. Do you hear that? Like, look at that. Oh, it's so sad. This is sad. Like, yeah. Y'all see this? You see what's happening? Like I said, I noticed that my leaves started turning yellow. So I started thinking, oh, okay, like maybe we have a potassium deficiency, or we had something else going on, or maybe this is high nitrogen. It's, I'm not really sure. I think while I don't often get these soil tested, I kind of trust what I'm buying. I think at this point, I'm gonna have to maybe get the ground tested, because I'm not sure what's happening with this. But yeah, my green beans are looking a little bit shady here. I don't know if you guys can see this one back here. This one's looking beautiful and green, but yet though I have these that are just, again, just super crisp. So yeah. All right, so I mean, even I know that y'all are probably in the shadow here, but do you see what's happening here? That's just terrible. Terrible. I'm really concerned about what we've gotten ourselves into here. And of course there's a piece of grass, but yeah. So it's looking real sad. But you know, that's kind of the risk that you take when you trust someone else to provide you with your compost. You know, unfortunately, we're not self-sustaining here. You know, we don't have our own cows. We definitely don't have a reliable source for that. And so unfortunately, unless I'm going out and buying, you know, black cow or something like that and trying to fill these beds, which we did try to find a local alternative, and I've used it in my other beds, and as you guys know, my other beds are doing quite lovely. So you know, I don't know, like I said, I may end up having to have that soil tested, just because I think that something has gone awry in the bed for sure. So you don't want to eat something where you're not really sure what's going on with it. And at this point, we're not going to be able to eat it, just because it's not going to grow. So yeah, a little bit crazy. So brings me back to compost. So y'all see here, this is what I would call brown compost. And I would definitely consider mixing that into the bed for sure. I have absolutely mixed it into our beds, but if not, we will mulch it in, because as you guys can see, like down here on the ground, do you see, it's just literally just, it's just like sand. It's dark, but it's just dark sand. I mean, you can see nothing's wanting to grow. And this isn't because this is where we walk all the time or something. No, like listen, this is because if you come to Florida, you will end up growing in sand, absolute sand. So you've got to find an alternative to help yourself to be able to grow better. If we were on, you know, if there was something happening in the world and we couldn't obtain, you know, some type of organics to put in, because you know, we try to do as much organic as possible. I don't even try to put pesticides, even BT or anything like that, on my plants if I can. If I see aphids or something, I will run my hand up that plant and try to kill all those aphids. So you guys have to be thinking of alternative ways of how you can get food growing, especially with like shortages and the way things are happening. You've got to be very aware of what's going on right now, and make sure that you can feed your family and feed yourselves. And if you're basically like a single person that's eating on this, then you got to make sure that you can do this. So learn from my mistakes, and that way hopefully you guys won't make those same mistakes, or you're already making preparation on how you can you know, go about growing as you move forward. I still wanted to show you guys this before I end this video, is we're still mad. Ooh, it's falling right in my hand. We're still mad producing. We're still mad producing these Persian mulberries. Like, this has been such a blessing plant, as I call it, because I have shared with my neighbors, we have made jellies, I have shared with my friends at work. This is just one plant that, see, these will just roll off in your hand. If they're ready, they'll just fall off in your hand like the other ones did. You don't really have to pull on them like that. They'll just kind of roll off. But these aren't ready, probably because I just picked them over the weekend and I had shared some with my friends. But they're absolutely delicious, and they're just, like I said, this is just mad producing. So here in Zone 9B, if you are looking for something to grow that is super enjoyable, that is just gonna be out there giving you some delicious fruit that you don't really have to do much work for. Oh my god, that one's so freaking sweet. Like, I can't. I had to eat the other one. The English version of that was, I have to eat the other one. As I'm shoveling it in my face. It's so good. Yeah, this is just a blessing plant right here. I gotta get me one more of those. I know y'all are jealous right now because you want to be tasting it, but you know what you need to be doing is going out buying it, because this is the plant to have. It has held up against the frost. Now, I did wrap it, but I'm telling you, I really think that this Persian mulberry is probably my absolute #1 pick for a garden. Like, if you're gonna have a tree that produces something, this is it. This is the one to have, because even my papayas started to die. Like, I thought they were hanging on, they were doing good. Now, I have several papayas, and some of them are absolutely coming back, but without a doubt, this is it. I mean, I've never had such a great producing sweet fruit that I don't have to do that much with here. So, you want to get growing? Get composting. Start it now, even before you get a garden. Just set, you know, some container or something aside, a bucket. I know you can buy bins. I know there's all kinds of things that you can buy to start the composting process, and get that set up even before you get your grow bed, so that way you're not potentially buying Grazon, which what I feel like has happened, and I'm not for sure, so we can't quote that, but material. Something definitely has happened over there, and I don't think it's high nitrogen, although it could be, but I seriously doubt it. So we'll probably in the future be getting that bed tested, because I don't want to put anything else in it without knowing what's happening over there. And you know, we gotta figure this out, because growing is life, and at least for me it is, and so we have to get this figured out. But the other beds are still doing great, so don't worry about them. We're still gonna be producing, and stuff's gonna be growing, and I will take you guys on another little tour soon. I think we're gonna be pulling out the peppers, and because my hot peppers are going like wilty, and the heat's about to come on them, and they're not happy. But my carrots, y'all, I tried one of the baby carrots, and it was so good. Like, I had to just try it. Like, you know what, I'm gonna take you guys over there right now. We're gonna see if we can pull out one. They're kind of too small to really like enjoy, but y'all, before I head out to go to work again, a different job, yeah, let me set y'all down right here. So here is the carrot bed. It's happening. Like, look at it. It's beautiful. Let me see if I can get one out. Oh my gosh. Let's find one. It's looking kind of thick. I really needed to weed this like, you know, make this bed a little bit less crowded. But oh my gosh. Like, yeah, that one's like, it was overcrowded anyway. But look at these little baby cute carrots. Look how pretty they are. Oh, I'm so excited. I cannot wait for these bad boys to come in. I don't care if it's got dirt, y'all. Dirt's good for you. Eat a little dirt in your life. Let's try it. All right, I'm gonna try one. Yeah. Oh my God, so sweet. Oh yeah, that's it right there. Y'all have got to get some carrots in your Florida garden. This is amazing. I literally cannot wait for you guys when we start actually doing, like, I gotta find another baby one. Look at that. I know it's not ready and I'm picking too early, but these kind of needed to be cleared out anyway. So wipe the dirt off on my pants. My work clothes. Yeah, so sweet. Oh my God. So like I said, my other beds are doing fantastic. So, and we got the squash coming up. This was supposed to be a composting video, and now I'm taking you guys on this like crazy walkabout. All right, there's the squash. As you can see, that's starting to come up. We put those in. Remember, that was like the less than 5-minute video where I'm just like plop, 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 and we just dropped those in. I think I told y'all that I got in the tomatoes over here. Lord have mercy, they were so dang good. All right, I know I'm dropping y'all and bouncing y'all around. I'm gonna have to probably edit some of that. So yeah, these little guys here, oh my God, so good. And I took out all the cauliflower. This was obviously a purple cauliflower, and I because you can see a little purple to it. This is the only one I kept, because the other ones, I don't know what was happening, but they weren't happening. They were just like a waste of my life. So because like I said, they were supposed to come up in October. Like, I planted them in October. They never came up. Nothing ever happened. And yeah, so I've got some eggplant over there. I transplanted them. Not sure how those are gonna do, but they had to be pulled anyway. And I can tell you, since I transplanted, I'm gonna flip you around. Since I transplanted, do y'all see right over there? Those eggplants started happening. They were getting excited because they've now got room to breathe. And I have probably like 6 over there. And you know, we like eggplant. So I put some tomatoes down here. They've not really come up too much yet, but you know, they were like this. I planted these tomatoes, I think we planted these closer to like December. I always pull out these little armpits. See, this is what happens. This is how I get sidetracked in my beautiful garden. And look how thick, I mean, look at how thick that is, and it's like falling over. Like, I'm gonna need something else for it to like hold up. All right, so this kind of got a little wonky and kind of went off the beaten path, but oh yeah, wait, we got more. We got what? Wait, we have more. Da da da! Check that out. Those are tomatoes that I transplanted. So that dirt, remember, everything is dirt to me. That soil is looking really good. You can see it's beautiful. It's moist. It's got some wood chips in it. You know, that's how we like to see it. And they're a little wilty because I just transplanted them like yesterday. So, but I think that they're going to do really well. So I'll have to take you guys on a real tour soon. I really want to talk about that composting. That was really what today's video was about. But that's what happens when you walk out here in the garden, is you just get super excited, and you know, you find things that are just happening. There's some beautiful butterflies. I know this camera will not pick them up, but I have like 3 monarch butterflies. We need more butterflies in the world for sure. All right, everyone, I am really hoping that you guys are liking these videos and that you're learning something, and that you love one another. Don't forget that. Love one another. Be good to animals. And yeah, I'm gonna see you guys hopefully really soon in the next video. I look forward to sharing that with you, and I will talk to you soon.